a hell of a story. We'll get to that later.
Logan Morrison, center field, base hit. There you go. First big league hit, the first of many.
The 23-year-old made his major league debut in July, and his excellent play cemented him as one of the cornerstones of the Marlins' promising future. In April, his father Tom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer.
My dad was in the Coast Guard, and he was a small arms instructor. His favorite handgun is a Sig Sauer P226, and that is it right there. With
Which
all the
took
lines.
us a while to figure out,
Yes,
too.
yeah, I had to call my mom, and then she had to call my grandpa, and we got it all figured out.
When I asked him what kind of gun, his answer was a Beretta. And I called him back like an hour later and was like, dude, now that I think about it, that's standard issue. That's why you saw him with it, because that's what they give you in the Coast Guard. I'm like, I bet that wasn't his favorite. Yeah. Like, call your mom and ask before I tattoo the wrong fucking gun.
Yeah.
Right. And sure enough, it was a Sig Sauer 45 and not a Beretta 9. Or I wouldn't have thought of either one, you know?
Sweet, bro.
A lot of these elements up here, I just love them. Baker loved it. That was a cool part of the story. Baker and I are really close, and it just worked out to where I was going to be able to be down there for the birth of his child. So it's like really kind of surreal, because I'm basically representing the life of him and his father, and the end of that, of course, with the death, while I'm experiencing Baker's ascension to fatherhood. Right. So it's just like a really intense experience of fatherhood, like all weekend. It was like mind-blowing.
Physically, I couldn't go anywhere. I was in a hospital most of the summer and spring, so I got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. So,
you know, he was so proud of me, but I don't think people understand how proud I was to be his son.
he's a pretty good kid. People like him. His old coaches came, and old high school people he junior college ball with. They don't come because of his dad, I'll tell you that.
He came to see me in New York and hit my first big league triple. So he kind of made the stripes on the sleeve, and he filled it in with infield diamond, and he put the starburst on third base to represent the triple. He introduced me into the game, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So.
And the baseball diamond itself really isn't a baseball diamond. If you look at what he's talking about is like the patch that would be on the side of his sleeve. This is the patch. It's just, I turned it into a baseball diamond. Good art. It was a hell of a process, because really it's like 10 different ideas that totally don't go together artistically at all. So it was a trick to try and put it all together, almost like a puzzle. So I just sat by the pool down at spring training and got drunk all night long, and by morning I had this.
But if you look at it, you can look at it, it looks like from like an angle, it looks like something completely different if you can get your mind to look at it that way. And that's what like this is like. Yeah. You know, you can't see it until you see it, and then you can't forget seeing it, which is pretty amazing. Yeah.
One of my closest friends in the world is John Baker. At this point, I talk to him more than just about anybody. He is an amazing story. Like, he spent 9 years in the minor leagues just trying to break through, just trying to get a shot. And his wife worked her ass off as a middle school teacher, and they finally got a shot, and he became a major leaguer, and he got a tattoo for me, and everything was awesome. And I was there for the birth of his child down in Florida for spring training. It made me think of you too, like the whole thing about the father, and you're becoming a father. Like, she could call you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm heading to check on. You know, like how about when you see the pictures of like the dad like this holding like a little baby.
Totally.
Yeah. Which I have a. So when we make our birth announcements, one of the classic photographs to take is the dad holds the baby like this face down, and it's just the dad's arm and the baby. So you better believe that the birth announcement that's going to be sent to the ranch in Georgia is going to be this arm.
Oh yes, it will.
With the baby and no body and no head in the picture. So,
awesome.
We're making one special one to send all nothing.
Wow.
One special birth announcement.
We will will totally frame it and hang it up.
a good picture, dude.
We will hang it up
Some sick
in the
pictures
shop.
that people take, and you look at it, you're like,
and baby mama have named their baby, their unborn baby, but don't tell her yet because she don't know.
Mason. Tell her.
And Mason.
Mason.
But we're talking about
Mason.
the baby's name is Little Jesco.
Little Jesco! Come on!
Listen, Rebel Yell.
Jesco, come on!
You want to move to Jesco?
It's done.
Is there?
Can you do 1814?
He's the middle name. His new studio, All or Nothing. Newest artist, resident, Oscar, has a new baby coming from the queen of the universe. Right. Yeah. This is the first time y'all really met, technically. You're always bitching at me, coming close, about never being around for family function. This is where I've been, bringing us the baby.
We got one more announcement to make. Hey, Brandon. Man. A good friend of mine from Atlanta, one of the best tattoo artists I've ever motherfucking seen in my life. Mr. Brandon Bond. He's here. Hey, Brandon.
I have an announcement to make. I appreciate you all coming together. Jesco is a fucking personal hero of me and my woman. And we happen to be having a fucking baby. We found out today is a boy.
This baby ain't all gonna be a regular baby, it's gonna be a miracle baby. Because when it takes us 2 steps to walk, it's gonna be doing wipe out like this. It's a miracle baby. Oh shit. Well, here's the cool thing about Jesco. It's at his best. I've seen Jesco with a 600 capacity audience. That's why it looks so fucking good. All you women are beautiful. This is a traditional bluegrass song called 9 Pounds Hammer. If Jay Cox decides to show up, well, he'll get this thing.
Alright, I'm from Connecticut. I've known Brandon for 10.5 years. I know him through an ex-boyfriend who he was getting tattooed by, and then we stopped talking for many, many years. We started talking within the last 1.5 years, and he had just gotten divorced, and I was single. We started talking about tattoos, and before we knew it, we were dating, and now we're having a baby. Now I live in Atlanta. Pregnant is a trip, especially with somebody like Brandon, but he has been very tolerant of my mood swings, so he's a saint.
We're here, we're with Jesco, we're with Snatch, we're with our new artist, we're with new family, and it's growing quickly. It's growing as fast as it always has, except for this time, it's personal. And we're naming it Jesco. Are you okay with Jesco?
As the second middle name, yes.
What's the initials? R?
RC.
What's that?
What is that?
Bad motherfucker. Bad motherfucker. Baby bomb with the super sperm. I cannot be stopped by an IUD.